Hello everybody, welcome to Sebring International Raceway. The Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup presented by Michelin is back in action. I'm John Hindhaugh, and with me in the Global Broadcast Centre is Shea Adam. Before we get to today's race, let's take a look back at rounds 1 and 2 from Daytona International Speedway. What a way to get things underway. It's the first race for 2024 Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup. This is going to be excitement with a capital, well, excitement. The green flag's in the air. What you will see here is how difficult it is to break away. 2 rows, side by side, big sideways slide in the middle. Into the run to the line, it's another blanket finish, and Gresham Wagner's got the win, pushed by Tyler Gonzalez. Wagner wins it. And we are racing in the second championship event of 2024 for Whelen MX-5 Mazda. All kinds of pushing and barging and bumping. Cicero's got enough. Cicero is going to take it. McCumbee McAleer Racing will take race 2. The opening of the season has once again paid dividends at Daytona International Speedway. As we head into round 3 of the Whelen MX-5 Cup, we've got some new faces in the paddock. It's a warm welcome to NASCAR Xfinity driver and reigning ARCA Series champion Jesse Love, who's making his Mazda MX-5 Cup debut. Love is racing with a new team, Hendricks Motorsport, led by Kimberly Hendricks. After an LMP2 class win in the Rolex 24 Hours at Daytona, Connor Zilisch is poised for another strong weekend. He's sitting 3rd in the championship standings. A couple of drivers who have had wins here at Sebring in the past, Celine Roland and Gresham Wagner, are looking to get back on the podium and put themselves back in the championship hunt. 45 minutes on the clock. Let's get to the start of round 3. And in case you don't know where this historic track is, we're pretty much right in the centre of Florida, in the Central Highlands region. We've got 3 3/4 miles. We don't talk about turn numbers here. They have names. They reflect the history, like Le Mans Curve, Jean-de-Biambem, Bishop, Bend, Ullman Straight, Gurney. They are all absolute titans of the sport. And if this concrete could talk, Shea Adam, what a story it would tell. Stand by. Sebring has provided us with some brilliantly close racing for Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup. The green flag's in the air. And our polesitter Connor Zilisch and Tyler Gonzalez make a clean break in the front of the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MX-5s across the road. Behind them is their turning, a slight lift and down 1 gear on the acceleration. There was a little bit of a touch at the front of the field there. I think as Gonzalez was very close to the back of the polesitter. Is going to have a look down inside Tom Christensen curve, turn 3. Can't quite get that done. And at the moment, with a little bit of dust thrown up, I think we have cleared the whole field through the first 3 or 4 corners under the Corvette Bridge. Bit of rally crossing going on there in about 5th or 6th position. I think that was Preston Pardus and Aaron Johnson, who were side by side for a moment, but the leaders are pulling away. Wow, this could be really important if these 2 work together now. They could make a real break. 3 cars ahead of the field. That was
Celine Roland, who got hung out to dry doing a bit of off-road driving going through turn 3. That actually is going to hurt Connor Zilisch because he and Connor are teammates. So now Celine Roland well back within the grasp of the pack. That means that Connor needs to work with whoever's around him, who just happens to be Tyler Gonzalez. But what a start from Nate Cicero, already up into the 3rd position.
For the first lap, it is a 45-minute timed race and down into turn 1. No fight there from Zilisch. Zilisch, I think, realises that perhaps Tyler Gonzalez might be a bit quicker, and Nate Cicero's going to make it a triple at the front of the field. Now, they work together now. They're going to pull away because side by side behind them, Anthony McIntosh and Preston Pardus and Jared Thomas all scrapping among themselves. And if you're side by side, you're not as efficient as line astern, even though there's not a lot of there's only 1 long straight here. It's not like Daytona. These cars still draft because they're absolutely flat out as they're going through a lot of this. We've got 2 wide and many deep behind, but look at the gap the leaders are putting in. It was just on 3 3.5 seconds at the line, and I reckon it's getting up for 4 seconds now as they're pulling away. We don't normally see this year.
No.
These top three are sensible here. They can split the podium between them. Top three starting to have a bit of a scrap here. Looks like Nate Cicero thinks it's his turn to go into second place. Through turn 17, he's up the inside of the Mazda Lakeland supported red and white car in second. That's Connor Zilisch. This is not what these guys need to do. There's 37 minutes to go. They can do this when you get to the last lap. But look, side by side, those two cars for one corner, and Tyler Gonzalez has pulled out nearly a half a second. That's what happens. That's how much the draft means here round this circuit. Open top cars, full FIA roll cage. It's in the wind. It punches a huge hole in the air. Oh, and Nate Cicero, is that Cicero?
That was Alex Cicero getting stuffed into the tires quite hard.
Look at the gap beginning to break up, and that is solely because Wagner, Thomas in particular, and along with Aaron Johnson, they fought their way to the front and stopped the fighting that was going on. Stopped the side-by-side, 2 wide, 5 deep going on. That wasn't helping them.
And that last lap around, Jeremy Fletcher reset the fastest lap, but his lap was nearly a second faster than what the leading trio were able to do. So the gap will close, and they will grow close together once again.
Turn 10. Action area, as always, a little bit of bump drafting.
Oh, massive save.
Yeah, that was a big, big sideways moment for the blue and white car of Preston Pardus, is it? Yes, it is, the 51. And he managed to avoid taking all the signage out as well, so our track services will be very happy. Now, here is a pass for the lead.
There we go.
But that wasn't contested. Nope. That was not at all contested by Tyler Gonzalez. Maybe he made a little mistake coming out of turn 16. We didn't see that, but he knew there was no point in trying to fight that number 72 Mazda Lakeland car coming down the inside, and he's immediately straight onto the back three-quarter of Zilisch. I think in quote-unquote clear air, I think Tyler Gonzalez has got the quickest car here.
Yep, I would agree with that. Saito Motorsports Group, just the one car this weekend, so we don't know if it's just this car, if it's the team, but we have to believe it's both. Spin for the number 32, that's Christian Hudenland, goes around and manages to get a point back in the right direction. Turn
4, I think, as he rejoins underneath the Corvette drive over bridge. I think I've seen maybe 2 or 3 that have been like this, where people have been able to break away, but they understood what was the potential, and here comes Gonzalez. He's going to go back the front again, uncontested, from Connor Zilisch in second. I think certainly not even 5 I've seen, so not even the fingers on one hand. They saw the opportunity, settled down, and broke the toe immediately. Nate Cicero was the man in no man's land, got across. I don't think he's quite got the pace of the 2 cars ahead, so he's desperately trying to hold on. Across the line, Gresham Wagner, Jared Thomas, Aaron Johnson, 4th, 5th and 6th. How is your Mazda MX-5 Cup car parts inventory? That's at turn 7 at the hairpin. Was there a little touch? Oh, no.
Came off of Heather Hadley.
I think that's the inner wheel arch liner from the number 54 blue and white for Heather Hadley, running in 24th position for BSI Racing.
Gonzalez back to the lead going through turn 1, made it up the inside of Connor Zilisch, but Connor Zilisch with the full head of steam looks down the inside, decides to stay behind through turn 3.
This is too early for that kind of fighting. They are going to get caught straight away. How I could ever forget it was 4-rotor. It kept me awake plenty of times, that car at Le Mans.
Nathan Nicholson is now the 2nd best rookie in the field, up into the top 10. Chapeau, young man. So
he's got past Julian DaCosta, Jonathan Neudorf, and Noah Harmon since the last time we started talking. Now that looked a bit more decisive at the front of the field into turn 17.
From Connor Zilisch on Tyler Gonzalez to retake the lead. Can Tyler get a run coming to the line?
This is going to be under a second at the line.
It is.
As they go through. Now, not the time for, well, Western Workman thinks it is the time. And he goes through and clips Jared Thomas. Bit of hip and thigh there. Bit of hip and shoulder from the rookie in the purple, number 13, just as they were working so well together to get back. So from 3 cars to pick out from the podium, it's going to be almost 4. It'll be white flag in the air this time around. Here come the leaders, bouncing their way through turn number 17. Wagner maybe not quite close enough this time, but he might be able to pick up the pieces when these three start to fight, as they surely will in the last 3 3/4 miles of the first of 2 rounds of the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup at Sebring International Raceway.
Al Arena, who's the series photographer for this, you might want to get lined up exactly on the start-finish line at the ground level, because Al, this is going to be the shot.
He's got up on the starter stand. There's somebody up there with a camera. So let's see. Gresham Wagner here could come from, remember, 6 seconds back from this. We don't see this happen. This is defensive driving now by Connor Zilisch. He's pushed all the way over to the right, but not far enough. Here comes Gonzalez, but Wagner's swung all the way over to the left-hand side of the road. He'll dive to the inside of turn 17, 2 by 2 here. Coming out the final corner, Gonzalez has it for now. In second, it's Cicero. In third, it's Wagner-ish, I'm not sure. It's the dash to the line, the checkered flag is out. It's going to be Gonzalez that takes it from in second. Connor Zilisch. Wagner gets onto the podium in third and bumps down the unfortunate Nate Cicero. An amazing pass at turn 17, sunset for Tyler Gonzalez. He takes the checkered flag by just 0.079 seconds. Let's head down to victory lane and hear from the winner.
Yeah, I think just keeping cool, myself and the car included. You know, I tried to stay up front for as long as possible. Gresham was catching the pack there at the end. That was throwing a little wrench into my plan, but I think everything worked out in the end. I can't thank everybody that's got me here enough. Mazda, Saito Motorsports, Wise Air, Wise Snow, my parents, Superior Coating Systems, everyone that's helped me, and can't thank Mazda enough for putting on a great show.
Congratulations to Tyler and the entire Saito Motorsport group. Here's the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup point standings after Sebring. Just 100 points separating the top 5. Gresham Wagner staying at the top of the leaderboard after another strong weekend. The rookie, Western Workman, showing the veterans how it's done, sitting in second place, just 10 points behind Wagner. Connor Zilisch, Jeremy Fletcher and Tyler Gonzalez round up the top 5. Rounds 5 and 6 of the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup presented by Michelin will be on track at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna, Seca, May the 10th through to the 12th. We'll see you then.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of the International Motorsports Association. We would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.